Okay, here goes nothing. Hi everybody, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite beauty products for the year 2014. And I'm so excited to be jumping into a new year, 2015. I hope you're better than 2014 because it was rough for me. It was, yeah. So the products in this video are so important to me. These are beauty products that I have used throughout the year that I have loved dearly and that I still love. And being a beauty vlogger, I try out so many products throughout the year and I buy so many things, and if they're products that have made it to this video, they are tried and true, some of them holy grail, and products that I really want you guys to take notes on because they're things that I really think that other people should try. So feel free to take notes, or for your convenience, I will list every single product down below, as well as links to each product so that you can do your own research or you can purchase it online. Let's first start off by talking about Max Fix Plus. This is one of my favorite products that I own. I absolutely love facial sprays and setting sprays and things like that, so I am surprised it took me so long to discover Max Fix Plus. But what this is a setting spray for your makeup and also like a skin refresher and a skin prepper, if you will, for prior to makeup. I typically use this for both. Some days I feel like after I've washed my face in the morning, I just want something to kind of perk me up a little bit, maybe add a little bit of moisture to my skin, so I'll spray this on my bare skin before I put on my primer. Or I will spray this right before I put on my Urban Decay setting spray, because what this does is actually diffuses your makeup and basically blends out your makeup for you. So any foundation or powder products that you have on your face that may look a little too powdery, a little too flat or cakey, this really blends everything together, diffuses the makeup, and makes everything look so blended and airbrushed. This will not set your makeup to the point of adding longevity or wear time to your makeup. That's why I go in with another setting spray that I'll talk about in this video. But this is still really, really nice to have, and this has lasted me quite a long time through this year, so I would highly suggest it. The primers that I have been using all year round and that I absolutely love are both the Naked Skin Beauty Balm from Urban Decay and Benefit's Professional Pore Filler. I always go in with this product first. This is marketed as a beauty balm. It is a DNA repair optical blurring product, and it's not technically advertised as a primer. However, it works beautifully as a primer. I put this all over my face before I put on foundation, and this actually does blur and hide some of the redness that I may have. Maybe I have some acne scarring or other imperfections. It does not cover them completely, but it definitely masks those problem areas more than a clear primer would, because it does have a tint of color to it. It also helps my makeup stay on all day, and I notice a huge difference between using this before foundation and not using it at all. After using the Urban Decay Beauty Balm, I do like to use the Professional from Benefit. This is a pore filler and it really supplements the other primer. I use this in concentrated areas like right next to my nose and on my nose, sometimes in between my eyebrows. Typically just areas where I do have more visible pores. This will fill in those pores and make everything look smooth. That way when you do apply your foundation, you don't have these little holes or dots where your foundation doesn't sink into the pores. I've used this product for a couple years now and I absolutely love it. It is a holy grail product for me and I recommend it to each and every one of you. While on the topic of priming, I do use an eye primer every day that I wear makeup. And the one that I discovered about halfway through the year that I cannot put down is a paint pot from MAC Cosmetics. And this is in the shade Soft Ochre. It's a very yellowy based product that I think goes really great with my skin tone. You put this over your entire lid and it really camouflages, almost like concealer would, any veins or redness or discoloration that your eyelids may have. And what that does is just perfects your eyelid, makes it a very blank, smooth canvas for your eyeshadow application. It also ensures that your eyeshadow is going to last all day long and it's not going to crease. So I highly recommend using a primer of some sort, but I really, really love this one. My top foundation for 2014 has got to go to the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I wish so badly that I would have picked this foundation up long ago, but I'm so glad that I have it in my collection now. This foundation is practically perfect in every way. It is medium to full coverage, which is a must for me. It is extremely long wearing. It does not fall into any creases. One of my biggest complaints with foundation, and you guys may know this already because I talk about it a lot, is foundation settling into my laugh lines. I cannot stand it, and this is the only foundation that does it so minimally that I really don't have to touch up during the day at all. It is also a semi-matte finish. It's not too matte and powdery looking, but yet it does keep my oil at bay. And what else is there to say? Just everything about this is just amazing. If you're going to pick one thing from this whole collection that I show you and it's a needed foundation, it's definitely the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This next product I actually mentioned in my 2013 beauty favorites as well, so it's really a standout to me and a superstar in my book, and that is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I love this product. It really is the most phenomenal concealer that I have tried over the past 2 years, and I'm so glad that I can still get my hands on it and continue to repurchase it. It is very high coverage, it sits beautifully under your eyes, and perhaps most importantly for me is when it's set with a light powder, it does not crease. I cannot find another concealer, high-end or otherwise, that does not crease to the level that the Pro Longwear does. When it comes to foundation and concealer application, I absolutely have to mention the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. This is dirty, first of all. I used it today. This is absolutely amazing. This is the best beauty blender dupe on the market, hands down. I do have a beauty blender that still works fine. It's not too old, and sometimes I do use it when this one is dirty. But when I see people filming videos and doing makeup tutorials using the actual $20 beauty blender, I feel for them. I always comment on their videos and say, please go to Ulta, pick up the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. It's $6 and in my opinion performs exactly like the $20 beauty blender. This is perfect, amazing, wonderful. It cleans up very nicely. It blends out my foundation and my concealer seamlessly. It gives me a flawless coverage. I just absolutely love everything about it, and I stock up on these for sure. God, am I crying? Another concealer that I have used for blemishes is from Estee Lauder, and this is their Double Wear Concealer. This product has lasted me actually quite a long time, and I just love the product. It's a little more dry than some concealers that I've tried, and I really do like that because it allows you to build upon a blemish until you have the coverage that you desire. It is very, very high coverage, as it would imply, and I love it. Once I'm done with my canvas and my base is all complete, I do set my foundation, and the one that has stuck out to me so much as far as powder goes is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I picked mine up at Walgreens for I think $7, so it's a really inexpensive product. And it has a lot of product in here as well. This is the first one that I bought close to the beginning of the year, and I haven't had to repurchase it. This gives your face such a nice matte finish. It really sets all of your foundation and concealer into place. You don't have to worry about anything budging throughout the day. And it also helps with some oil control. I just really like this product, and I wanted to mention it because it is so inexpensive, and I find myself going back to it even after I've tried high-end powders in the past. There are two brow products that I have been loving this past year of 2014, and they are both from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Surprise, surprise. Who else do you go to when you need perfect brows? I don't know about mine being perfect, but I try a little bit every day. The first product I want to talk about is the Brow Wiz from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is an awesome product that I have repurchased several times this past year. This has a really fine tip, so you're able to be very precise when doing your brows. I have very thin, scarce brows. I've been growing them out. Just let me. It's been really hard, but I've been able to fake it till I make it, if you will. And by doing little tiny strokes like this, I can kind of create what looks like brow hairs, pretty much. You know, if you like step back and squint your eyes, I look normal almost. The other product that I've been using all year is the Dip Brow Pomade. This is another awesome product that I like to use with an angled brush to fill in the rest of my brows. So I'm a spoiled brat now, and I do use both, but they're both awesome products, and I can't imagine myself using any other brow products because they're just that good. This video is seriously stressing me out right now. I have 3 bronzers that I used all year round and that I absolutely can hang my hat on. I love them. They are so, so great. The first one I've been using all year, I literally cannot stop using it. It is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Give Me Sun. This is such a beautiful bronzer. I have it on my cheeks today, and I am a little bit paler than I usually am, so I have to be honest, it may be a little too warm for me, but I love it so much that I still find myself reaching for it. It is such a smooth and pigmented product. This is not for contouring, but if you want to add life back into your face after you apply your foundation and powder, if you want to add warmth on, underneath your cheekbones, your forehead, maybe a little bit on your nose, your chin area, this is such a great product. And like I said, I've had this for a really long time, and I still use it almost on a daily basis. It is very blendable. I find my bronzer never looks muddy or flaky or weird. I just can depend on it. It's very, very good product, and I love it. The next one that I actually got this year was from Too Faced, and this is the Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This product is very popular, and it is a great bronzer. I use this one more for contouring because, as you can see here, the difference in shades. The MAC one is much more, dare I say, orange and has more reddish tones, very, very warm. And while this bronzer, the Chocolate Soleil, I think would still be considered warm, it is not as orange or red, and therefore I like to use this bronzer to contour, and I do have a slight contour right underneath my cheekbones today. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that it does smell like chocolate because it does have actual cocoa powder in it, so it's just very pleasant to apply, and I really like this a lot. It's lasted me a long time as well. The last bronzer that I got at New York Eye Mats, I was very excited that I had the chance to go there, and one of my favorite products that I bought is from Inglot. This is the bronzer in number 72. This one is very dark, very red, orange toned, but when you have somewhat of a tan in the summer, forget it. This is so smooth, so creamy, so blendable. That's a cute word actually. Blendable. I really like it, and it was not expensive either, which just obviously makes you love the product even more. I did pick out 4 blushes that I felt like really stood out to me in 2014. I absolutely love blush. It is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, makeup product to purchase and to play with. And these are blushes that, regardless of, trying to mix up my blushes, trying to mix up the routine, I still kept going back to these, and I think that says a lot for me. The first one is from the Balm Cosmetics, and this is an in-stain blush in the shade Swiss Dot. A very peachy orange shade, very coral. These colors, I just absolutely love. I'm very drawn to this color when it comes to makeup and clothing. These blushes are so great because they're very soft, they're very blendable, but they actually do stain your cheeks. So if you're having problems with your blush not staying on, or you feel like at the end of the day you look in the mirror and it's just like, where did my blush go? And I think all of us from time to time at least have that problem. This is going to be a blush that you're going to want to try out. Another long wearing blush that I really like is one from Tarte. And this is in the shade Captivating. This has been talked about a lot on YouTube, particularly this color, and I'm very glad that I got to pick it up for myself because I really did love it in 2014. This is a blush that has made me want to buy more Tarte blushes. These are the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Wear blushes. This is a blush that doesn't look too exciting in the pan. It kind of just looks like a peachy pink. But on the cheeks and how it wears is just beautiful. And again, it's another one that lasts a really long time on the cheeks. A blush that I did not expect to like as much as I did, especially the latter half of the year. And surprisingly, I don't think I've mentioned it on my channel hardly at all, if ever. And that is only because I have forgotten to mention it in any of the favorites videos I did. But I really like it. I mean, obviously it's in this video. This is from Gorgeous Cosmetics, and this is a Color Pro blush in the shade Cosmopolitan. The perfect pink for every day. It's a little bit brighter, so it is going to brighten up your complexion. It's going to make you look awake and alive, and I find that it goes with so many eye and lip looks that you can almost pair it with anything. So I really like this. It's a very nice blush. And the last blush that I need to talk about, literally need to talk about, this is no longer a want. This is the blush Melba from MAC. This kind of reminds me of the Gorgeous Cosmetics one. It's a different color, but because of the fact that this blush is the perfect everyday blush. There is just the right amount of peach, just the right amount of pink. It could go with absolutely any eye look that you have. It's very neutral. It is a no-fail perfect blush. I was blown away when I finally picked this up about halfway through the year. This is just such a great blush, and I absolutely love it. For at least a month straight, I had to convince myself to use other blushes because I love this one that much. So if you're going to pick up any of the blushes, I would highly suggest this one, and all of them obviously, but I love the MAC one so much. For eyeshadows, I do have, oh my god, this is too much. For eyeshadows, I do have 2 palettes that I quickly wanted to mention. One is the Lorac Pro 1 and the other is the Lorac Pro 2. These are beautiful palettes. I could not wait for the release of this second palette because I love the first one so much. I think I mentioned the first one in my 2013 favorites. So I was so excited to get the second one, and it has not disappointed me. These are just some of my favorite shadows. They are great quality. They're so blendable. They're so creamy and pigmented, and every single shadow is like that. There's not one in either of these that I say, you know what, that one doesn't really perform well. They're both awesome palettes, and I would recommend them to anybody who is interested in makeup. I should have mentioned this earlier, but the powder that I do use and love to use underneath my eyes to set that concealer is from Anastasia's Contour Kit. Now you can buy these little pans individually, and obviously I hit pan on it, so I will have to do that shortly. But this is the shade Banana, and it's a very smooth pigmented powder that I love to use underneath my eyes because it allows my under eyes to be brightened and lifted, and it does a really good job of ensuring that that concealer doesn't crease. Some other eyeshadows that I really love this year, and I had to pick out a few individual ones to show you. The first one is from MAC, and it is a Pro Longwear shadow, so it's kind of this bigger size. And this is the shade Uninterrupted. This is a outstanding shadow. I mean, absolutely perfect for practically any look that I create, because if you know me, it's all about warm browns. And I just need to swatch this because it is so perfect. It's very smooth, very pigmented, very creamy. Look at that mustardy brown color. You just can't get any better than that. And I have to say, I've looked for dupes and I can't find one. Let me know if you have found any in the description box below, or I'm sorry, in the comments below. But I just absolutely love that. Definitely a favorite for this past year. Another one is Blanc Type. This I'm not going to swatch because it's somewhat boring, but it's just a really nice, creamy, white, matte shade. This has been my go-to shade for underneath my brow bone and in my inner corner for highlighting. And then I would be a complete jerk if I did not mention MAC's Brown Script Shadow. Okay, so I would die if I didn't have this in my life. Like literally, I urge every single one of you and your parents to go buy this shadow. It is that amazing. It is worth talking about in every video I make. I love it that much. It is a gorgeous, warm, reddish brown, and I love using this in, gosh, just about every look I do. I somehow find a reason to use this shadow because it is just that beautiful. I really, really love it. A couple other shadows that I liked were from Makeup Forever. They came out with their artist shadows this year, and I really, really like them a lot, although they are expensive. Two of the ones that I purchased that I really, really loved, this one is M600, and this one is M618. Do you like how I like shake them? 618. So M600 right here is a nice neutral shade that is perfect to blend out your crease. It's really pigmented and very smooth. I just absolutely love it. And then the one right next to it, this really dark one, M618. This is my perfect outer corner shade for just about every eye look that I create. It is very dark. It's super dark brown, almost black. So you're not getting the harshness of black, but you're still getting that intense shadow on the outer corner of your eye or wherever you choose to place it. I really, really like it. I love so many Makeup Geek shadows. I really, really do. I have kind of added to my collection throughout this year, and I hope to just buy more and more. I love them that much. But two that I feel like really, really stood out to me and I want to wear all day, every day. One of them is Mango Tango, this really pretty peachish coral shade. It's just gorgeous. I actually have it on my upper crease today as a transition shade. It's very warm and corally, and I really think it's beautiful. Let's see if you can see there. And the other one is from her new collection of foiled eyeshadows, and this is in the shade Grandstand. She has several, and I actually bought 4 of them, but this one is so appropriate for an everyday basis. It is a absolutely stunning rose gold. You do not need another rose gold in your life if you pick up this shade. So there it is there. You can see how metallic and beautiful it is. And just, you don't need any glitter glue. You don't need to spray Max Fix Plus. You don't need to do any of that to make the shadow perform that way. So I really think she hit it out of the park with these shadows, and I can't wait to pick up the rest of them. For eyeliners, I have three that I would like to mention. One is a MAC pencil, and this is in the shade Coffee. I really, really like this pencil. It's very similar to that shadow that I was mentioning that I said it was so dark brown that it was almost black. And that's precisely why I really like this one, because you can get away with wearing it on a daily basis, but it's not as harsh as a black. Very, very good pencil. These last a long time too. And the two eyeliners that I have used basically all year round for that nice liquid cat eye is the Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Lash Booster. This is what the applicator looks like. It's in a pen form. This is the easiest way that I can make a winged liner. And I've been practicing for like literally 2 years now. I'm not ashamed to admit. I kind of am ashamed. I've been practicing for 2 years and I have it down fine, but I never love my wing. Like I'm never like, oh my God, look how amazing my wing is. I don't know what it is. I'm slow, I guess, because I can't get it down. But that being said, this is the easiest product that I've found that can, you know, allow me to do a pretty decent wing and not want to kill myself after I apply my makeup. This is not a very black matte liner. It's black, it's nice, it's pretty pigmented, but I need a matte liner. And so therefore I put the NYC liquid liner, which is just outstanding in color and texture. It's very thick, very, very, very black and very matte. The only thing is it's hard for me to do a wing with this applicator. So I do use both, but they are both drugstore. There is the NYC liquid liner. So I do use both, but I don't think that that's too much to ask for me because it does give me the perfect eyeliner that I want. These are the lashes that I have been wearing for the better half of 2014. These are from Coco Lashes in the number 201. I'm wearing them right now, and most likely if you ever see me in photos, unless I say otherwise, I'm wearing these lashes. They are the absolute perfect lashes for every day, and if you take care of them, I get at least, I would say 4 uses out of them is pretty decent. They're also pretty inexpensive. These are either $3.99 or $4.99. So they're not crazy expensive. They're very good quality. They're light. They're easy to apply. They fit my eyes perfectly. I don't have to cut them at all when I apply them. I pair it with the Revlon Lash Glue. This is my absolute favorite, will always repurchase until something better comes out, lash glue. So it's from Revlon. You can buy it at the drugstore. It's like $5, I think. It dries on the lash band very quickly, so it cuts down that time waiting for the glue to get tacky enough to actually place it on your eye and for it to stick, which I absolutely love, and it keeps my lashes on all day long. I never have problems with my lashes like popping off or becoming loose or anything, so I really like this a lot too. 2 lip liners that I'd like to mention. One is from Rimmel. This is an Exaggerate lip liner, and this is in the shade Addiction. This is my pretty perfect nude liner. It is very smooth, very creamy, very pigmented. And I wear this with all of the nude lipsticks that I own, pretty much. And the other liner is from MAC, and it is in the shade Soar. I absolutely love this color, and of course MAC's lip pencils are really, really great quality. Not too smooth to where they're gonna fly off your lips, but also not super drying. And that is Soar right there. You can see they're pretty similar, but this one definitely has a lot more red and pinks in it. And this I do pair with so many of my lip colors. So they're both very versatile, and that's probably why they came to mind when I was thinking of what lip liners I liked. These are the type of lip colors I like to wear all the time, so naturally I would pick these. I have a few lip products to talk to you about. The first 2 are from ColourPop Cosmetics. Now, I did just get these, I think, a few months ago, so it's not like, hey, I've been loving these all 2014, but they're so good that I have to mention them, and I want everyone to go get them right now. These are two awesome colors as well. I really, really fell in love with these. These are off the ColourPop Cosmetics website. I'll leave a link to it down below. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. Kind of wish I was because I really love their products, but they're $5 each. So let me just start there. These are their lippy sticks and they're in the matte formula. The first one is in the shade Lumiere. If you guys watch a lot of YouTube videos, you may know Kathleen Lights from YouTube. And this is the color that she created with ColourPop Cosmetics. And it is very, very beautiful. It is such a beautiful shade for an everyday look if you're kind of tired of a brownish nude. And the other one that I really love is called Brink. And this is another pinky nude, a little more on the orangish side. Like, it's not orange, but it has orange tones, just when I compare them side by side. So that is Brink, and that is Lumiere. I have a lot of lipsticks that have stood out to me this year, but one lipstick that I can say all year round, I just kept grabbing for it, was from L'Oreal, and this is in the shade Fairest Nude. It is such a great lipstick, and it's from the drugstore. You can see it here. It is very smooth, very pigmented, just a really good everyday nude. The last two products are hair products. And the first one is my absolute favorite dry shampoo. This is from Salon Graphics, called Play It Big Volumizing Dry Shampoo. This is the only dry shampoo that I've tried that I feel like actually works. And lastly, I have a hairspray. This is L'Oreal Paris El Net Satin Hairspray. This is the extra strong hold, and it is in unscented. This hairspray is so great because it really is undetectable. Your hair isn't going to be crunchy, it isn't going to be hard to move, it's going to still look like hair, but yet it's going to hold the style that you sprayed over. And I think it's a hairspray that I will keep in my collection for a long time. And that, everybody, completes my video for 2014's favorite beauty products. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I know it was really long, so thank you so much if you stuck through the end. Like I said in the beginning, I will list every product mentioned in the description bar below, and assuming I could find links for all of them, I will also link the product so that you can purchase it online if that would be convenient to you. Thank you guys so much for a great year, and I look forward to what 2015 is going to bring. I hope you guys had a great new year and holiday season, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye. You guys do not even know how stressful that was. Like, I'm practically crying.